According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, more than 1,000 children have died of heat stroke when left or trapped in a hot car over the past 25 years. July has traditionally seen the highest number of these preventable deaths at the peak of the summer season. With me today are Courtney Kaiser and Shelly Barnett. They're child passenger safety technicians at St. Luke's East Hospital. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So Courtney, I'll start with you first. What are the best recommendations for keeping our youngest passengers safe in cars during these really hot summer days?
We encourage parents to put something in the back seat, either a purse, a cell phone, keys, anything that you will have to get once you get to your destination. And then also it prompts you to look to see if there's a child back there. Additionally, if you are going to be out of your routine and doing something different, maybe having a check-in system so that you can make sure that your child did get where they need to go. And not playing in cars is huge. So not making sure your children know that this isn't somewhere to play and keeping your keys out of reach when you're not on the go.
Okay, great pointers. Shelly, how hot can a car get in the summer?
Even parked in the shade with all of the windows covered, it can get to triple digits in under 10 minutes.
Under 10 minutes,
Yes.
Wow. Now, Courtney, what are some signs and symptoms of overheating in young children?
Yeah, drooling, fussy, nausea, vomiting, all of those are things that can show signs of dehydration. And I think the biggest thing is that with infants, they might not show any of those signs. But if they are overly fussy or lethargic, that might be a sign for them. And if they don't have any wet diapers, that could be a sign of dehydration in infants.
Okay, good to know. So we've covered being safe in hot cars. Now I want to discuss proper car seat safety for families with young kids traveling during the summer. We know lots of people are taking vacations. Shelly, what are some things you want to highlight on this topic?
Making sure that you have the correct car seat and fit for that child. If you have more than one, making sure that their age, weight, measurements all are appropriate for that specific car seat. Rear facing is encouraged to up to 2 years of age, and then forward facing, and they can be in those until they outgrow that seat itself. A lot of our convertible seats will change to a 5-point harness back booster, so they can use that until they're tall enough and outgrow the harness on that. Then it can go backless, but making sure that they're always restrained somehow, and making sure that any child under the age of 13 is in the back seat.
Now, Courtney, what should families know about car seats if they're taking a long road trip or flying with one?
Yeah, the biggest thing is stopping every couple hours and making sure that you're getting outside and checking that diaper and making sure they're not dehydrated. And then also not feeding infants in their car seats, just because it can be a choking hazard. And then on top of that, with flying, you want to make sure that the car seat does have the correct stickers, allowing it to either be on a flight or that you have the correct carrier. You can check that once it arrives and make sure that there aren't any damages to that.
Okay, great. Well, is there anything else either of you would like to add on this topic that we haven't touched on already?
I think our biggest thing is the look before you leave. So even if you don't have a child that's on a car seat, if you pass a car that does, call 911, follow dispatcher directions to a T, check the doors to see if any of them are unlocked so that you can gain access to that child. If there are people standing around, ask them to run into the stores and see if anybody is missing their child. And most of the security teams at the big malls and shopping centers have a little window hammer. They could break out the glass if need be. Police should be arriving to the scene very quickly with EMS.
Well, thank you both so much again for joining us to talk about this really important topic this summer.
Thank you for having us.
To find the St. Luke's location nearest you, head to stlukeskc.org/location. You can also stay up to date with all the latest health news and stories from St. Luke's at stlukeskc.org/news. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time on Health News You Can Use.